Hey everyone, it's Josh from WA Production, and today I'm going to be doing a deep dive into FL Studio 21.2's new stem separation feature, which is really incredible. It's available for anyone who has an FL Studio Producer Edition license or above, so that's almost anyone with an FL Studio license. It's a pretty game-changing feature that has already built a lot of hype. It works really well, and it's built right into the DAW, super easy to use, super fast. And I think people are going to have a lot of fun with this, making remixes and coming up with all sorts of ways to use it. So let's get into it. I'm going to go over a few different examples in different genres and see how FL Studio 21.2's new stem separation feature fares. So I've brought in a few examples of WA tracks here that we can test out. They all have vocals and instruments and such, so we can see how it does with them. So let's check out this first one. Okay, so you get the idea. A lot of different things going on in that track, more of a trancey track. So let's see how the stem separator works. So first, we just click in the clip menu here and then go to extract stems from sample. So you could remove one of these if you wanted to, but since we've got drums, instruments, bass, and vocals in there, we're going to do that. At this time, the stem separator only can do it into those 4 categories. Maybe in the future, ImageLine will add getting more into different stems. I'm not sure, but still, it's pretty cool. So let's see. All right, let's go ahead and extract. And there we go. So let's see how it did. As you can see, because we had the setting turned on, it automatically mutes the source track. So now let's play them and see if it sounds like the original song. So, as you can tell, sounds like the original song. Don't think it ever removes anything. It just, separates them into the different 4 channels. So it should always sound the same with them all together. So let's hear the different elements. Let's go to the drums. Let's go to the drop. All right, so there's a little bit of bleed from some things, and it sounds a little bit, a little phasey, but, this is not going to be a perfect tool, but let's see how the bass sounds. Yeah, pretty decent job. I don't think most people are separating out stems to use the bass, though, so probably not the most important part. And then let's hear the different instruments. Yeah, so it did a really good job of removing the bass. There's pretty much none in there. It did a really good job of removing the drums as well. You can't really hear those there. You can hear bits of like the reverb from the vocals. This is a super reverbed out vocal, and so that's probably why. I heard a little bit of that in other elements as well. So, considering the source file, I think that's about as good as you can expect right now. So, and then probably most importantly, let's hear how it did with the vocals. Long venne ei veng So yeah, it did a really good job. There are obviously some clicks from, I think, the kick that are present in that in the drop section. It's a little phasey. There's some bleed, but I don't think any of these tools are perfect yet. So yeah, I mean, I think definitely a usable result here. So like what's cool too is like it doesn't necessarily have to be like the perfect clean vocal. But like you can use it for so many things, just to create edits, to create instrumentals, do all sorts of things with it. Like, if we just wanted to listen to the instrumental, now we can pretty much. Like that could totally be a usable part to then add your own instruments, do your own thing with it, just kind of use some of the elements, create your own bootleg remix, that sort of thing. So the sky's the limit for sure. Let's move on to our next track here.
We on this ride for the long run. We gotta stay strong. There's only possibilities, no buts, no maybe. Doesn't matter how long. We keep on moving on. Riding to the night. We'll be alright. You and me. That's all we need.
All right, so kind of a synthwavy track. Let's go ahead and see how it does. All right. Now let's see the moment of truth. Let's start with the vocals this time.
We on this ride for the long run. We gotta stay strong. There's only possibilities, no buts, no maybe. Doesn't matter how long. We keep on moving on. Riding to the night. We'll be alright. You and me. That's all we need to get through anything. That's all, just us.
Pretty solid. What I will say is that I think it does a better job with songs that are really well mixed. This one, I think there's some tweaks I would make to the mix so that the vocal is a little bit more clear in the original source file. So like I think there are parts where you can kind of hear it sounds filtered or there's some overlap. I think that's a lot caused because that exists in the source file, and so makes it a little bit harder. I think if you take a super clean, perfectly mixed and mastered track, from a commercial song, I think it does a better job generally because that's the kind of stuff that it's trained on too. But generally, I mean, pretty good. Definitely usable. If you were to build a track around that, you totally could. Let's hear how else it did. Let's try for the bass. Yeah, so a little bit of noise and stuff picked up there, but definitely with some EQing and stuff, you could isolate the bass pretty easily there. Now let's go to the drums. Nice. Yeah, it did a really good job with the drums. And then let's hear the other instruments. Yeah, I've definitely, I mean, that did a really good job in isolating them. I've definitely noticed that these tracks that have a lot of side chaining and pumping and stuff, it can kind of sound a little warbly and all of that. But, you know, for sure, like I said before, I mean, if you're trying to create an instrumental or, you know, create a remix, there's a lot of different ways you can use these and totally make them usable when you combine them with your own sounds and do your own thing, chop them up, you know, add your own processing and stuff.
Matter how long we keep on moving on, right into the night, we'll be alright. You and me, that's all we need.
Cool. All right, let's jump into this next one. What do we got here?
Hey, I've been waiting for a while. Where you at? Call back, yeah, give me that call back. I've been waiting on the line. Say what? I am here when you decide. Give me that fall back. I wanna be safe in your arms. Keep me cool, keep me calm with that ooh, ooh.
All right, kind of like a reggaeton hip-hop-y type track. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, let's start off with the drums. Cool, pretty good. There's a little bit of bleed, but honestly, that kind of sounds like if you were to record a drum track live in the studio with the guy wearing headphones with the other tracks on it. Just sounds like a little bit in there, but you know, that's how most vocals sound when you record them anyway in the studio. So, all right, bass, let's hear. Pretty solid, actually, even though that bass is like really, it fills up a lot of the spectrum. And so sometimes you maybe would think that the bass, you know, it wouldn't detect it purely as bass because it's filling up so many different parts of the spectrum. That's like really a gritty bass with a lot of high end stuff. But it does a decent job for sure. There's definitely a little bleed like there is in all these, but solid. All right, instruments. Yeah, so picking up a little bit of that bass, a little bit of that drums, but solid. Now let's go vocals.
Hey, I've been waiting for a while. Where you at? Give me that call back, yeah, give me that call back. I've been waiting on the line. Say what? I am here when you decide. Give me that fall back, yeah, give me that fall back. I wanna be safe in your arms. Keep me cool, keep me calm.
Definitely usable, pretty cool.
Keep me calm with that ooh, ooh. I want your body, ooh, ooh, I want your body, ooh, ooh. Don't be shy, you're naughty, ooh, ooh. Don't be shy, don't be shy.
All right, pretty awesome. So now let's head over to this last one, see what we got.
May to July, yeah. Ooh, you're going now. See me fly, come on. You saw my heart wants to go. Really need it, kinda like you stole the show. Left me breathless, and as purple petals fall, I'm reminded of it all.
All right, so kind of a soulful R&B type track. Let's hear it. Now let's start with the vocal.
May to July, yeah. Ooh, you're going now. See me fly, come on. You saw my heart wants to go. Really need it, kinda like you stole the show. Left me breathless.
That's cool. I mean, I really like what I've noticed with these is that it does a decent job of picking up the background vocals too, which I imagine could easily get lost, you know, inside these other instruments. So that's pretty awesome. Let's hear the bass, which in this song is particularly interesting, kind of more of an organic bass. All right, that one I might have had a little harder time. I bet that there's a lot of that in the instruments over here. So yeah, maybe because that bass is very much front and center, kind of like a lead. It definitely, the higher end parts got a little torn up into the instruments rather than the bass section. And let's go to the drums. Nice. Drums are sounding good. A little bit of that bass in there as well, but pretty solid.
My heart wants to go. Really need it, kinda like you stole the show. Left me breathless, and as purple petals fall, I'm reminded of it all.
So as you can see, stem separator, not perfect. None of them are, but I mean, go back a couple years even, let alone 10 years or 15 when I started. Like, just the fact that you can do this at all, plus the fact that now you can do it in your DAW unlimited number of times just for free, is insane. I mean, it's not going to get any worse. Like, this is the first iteration that FL Studio is including, and I have to think that it's just going to keep improving. So I think this will be handy for people, again, to make DJ edits, to make bootlegs, you know, to do things I haven't even thought about. I saw somebody use it to separate like dialogue from a movie clip or something away from the background music and noise. I mean, that's something you could play around with too. I just think the sky's the limit with this kind of technology. And, you know, one thing to note is that, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. So definitely don't use this to do things that are illegal. But it's really cool. I mean, I think there's just a lot of cool things you can do with it. It's going to help a lot of people who maybe lost the project files for their songs and want to go back and reuse that vocal and do an edit of it or something like that. There's just a lot of ways you can use this. So, you know, it's a tool. It's only as good as the way you use it. But go have fun with it. I think it's a really awesome addition to FL Studio, and FL Studio users, it's your lucky day. So go enjoy the stem separator. FL Studio 21.2 is out now. Go get it so that you can use this and many more awesome features included. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.